Hey everybody, my name is Dr. Lynndy, and we're going to cover the second part of our Thrive at 5. Today is going to be diet. And again, I don't think it's just what we put in our bodies. I believe we should understand why we're putting those in our bodies. So we're going to get right into that right off the bat. Foods I'm going to say you want to back off on is going to be things like red meats, artificial sweeteners, trans fatty acids, simple sugars. I'm not saying you can't have those things, but you got to watch the amounts you have of those things because they can actually manifest some unwanted results in your body. Say, for example, red meats will increase what's called homocysteine. Homocysteine increases what's called inflammation. Inflammation usually brings pain with that. So if you like your pains, keep working on that diet because you're going to get more of that. When you look at artificial sweeteners, research has shown that lab rats have manifested tumors in the adrenal glands and thymus glands when exposed to these artificial sweeteners. And because there are close genetic relatives, that is the wrong way to be going because those things deal with the immune system. And if we're going to boost up the immune system, that is the wrong way to go. Trans fatty acids, anything that's going to be a solid is an oil or a fat at room temperature, not things for the body. Those things are more hydrogenated and you need to get some better oils in your body. We're going to cover those in just one second. And then the four things you're going to be looking at is going to be dealing with the simple sugars. Things like candies, cakes, cookies, pop, pizza, pasta, breads, rice, fruit juice, coffee, pop, tea, alcohols, tacos, fajitas, empanadas, burritos, all those foods we love to have, not the foods to help you heal. So when we're looking at good foods, you want to be looking at things like, say, white meats versus red meats. So they process a lot better, cleaning your body. There's going to be things like fish and chicken. Looking at your good oils, things like olive oil, flax oil, fish oils are great omega-3s, do a lot of different jobs in your body, lubricates your whole skin on the outside. It lubricates from mouth, nose, all the way through 40 feet of tubing, out the back door. It helps to make all the building blocks. The liver processes those oils, and it makes the building blocks to the hormones in your body. The ones we care about here in the clinic are the ones that are going to be from your adrenals. You help to make prednisone and corticosteroids. Those are anti-pain, anti-inflammatory hormones. You make more of those in your body, guess what you have? That's right, less pain and inflammation. Let's get more of those in and feel better during your day. And then when you're looking at the end of that stuff, look at the green veggies. So the ones we're going to be looking at, the cruciferous ones, the ones that are jam-packed full of nutrition, the dark green veggies, things like spinach, kale, collard greens, mustard greens, turnip greens, bok choy, cabbage, broccoli. Great sources of these sort of things right here. Try and get more of those things in. You want to get 3 to 5 different kinds of those in per day, every day. And that's not once a week. That's not once a month, people. You need the nutrition in there to get your body working better. Your body runs like a vehicle. So that's why we're going to cover that sort of stuff. Right off the bat, if I have no gas, where am I going? Not going anywhere, doc. I have no engine oil. What's going to happen? Doc, that engine's going to seize up. Well, if I don't have any water in my radiator, what's going to happen? It's going to overheat, seize that engine up again. If I don't have any brake fluid, at times I might not stop. If I don't have any windshield washer fluid, at times I might not see. So let's put some fuels back in and see what happens. Let's throw gas in the gas tank. What's going to happen? Doc, I'm driving somewhere. Good for you. Let's take that gas and let's throw it in the radiator. How's that going to work? Well, that's going to overheat that gas, and if it actually winds that way, boom, it's going to blow up. Not a good thing for you. Okay, so if we look at that engine oil, let's throw engine oil in the windshield washer fluid. How's that going to work? Let's throw engine oil, throw that in a gas tank. How's that going to work? Not so well, doc. So that's why I say is you got to have the right fuel for the right area to do the right jobs. When you look at the body, I always say to people, I go, do you need your muscles to stay alive? They might say yes right off the bat, but eventually they're like, no, I don't need my muscles to stay alive. I'll be like, okay, do you need your liver to stay alive? And they're like, yeah, I need my liver. I say, do you need your kidneys to stay alive? They're like, at least one of them. Do you need your lungs to stay alive? Well, at least one of them, doc. Do you need my heart to stay alive? Like, absolutely. I said, do you need your brain to stay alive? And they're like, yeah, you need your brain to stay alive. So if you look at those sort of things, would it be safe to say that your body will work on some things first before you'll even consider other areas? Absolutely. And say, for example, let's say my lungs needed some extra calcium, and I don't have it in my diet. You will literally go and say, I have more than enough calcium in this hip that I don't need right now, so I'm going to go down here, I'm going to rip some of that stuff out to put it up here into the lungs so I can actually get some of that nutrition in there. So what you're going to do is you're going to damage an area to make an area better. Why would we do that? Why would we just put more nutrition in there and just work on healing instead of ripping things out to actually try and make it heal? Doesn't make sense to me. So again, when we're looking at these sort of things here, your body working like a vehicle, each of the organ systems in your body is needed to actually do different jobs. By doing different jobs and being different in general, it would be safe to say they need different fuels to do their job. Otherwise, it'd be the same organ and do the exact same things in the body. Well, doc, that makes sense. I said, okay, well, if you take a couple different types of plants, I got a rose bush and a pine tree. Don't eat those. I'm not saying eat these. I'm just showing you for effect. So I got a rose bush and a pine tree. Would you agree that they're different? Yeah, doc, I'd say that they're different. Okay, if they're different, would it be safe to say they're probably made up of different constituents? Vitamins, minerals, micronutrients, macronutrients, phytochemicals. Yeah, doc, that would make sense. So if you get a lot of different types of assortments of nutrition into the body, green veggies, about 3 to 5 different kinds per day, every day. If you work on that sort of stuff and get more nutrition in there, they can start supporting the different body parts with the things that they need to do their jobs with. So like say, for example, you're working on those lungs, but I say, I'm focused on these lungs, and all of a sudden you say, I got the nutrition there to take care of that. All right, I'm all finished up with my lungs. What can I do now? Now I can start working on areas that we don't care about so much, okay? So that's why I say is you want to get the nutrition in there to actually help with the healing. If you don't get that stuff in there, it's going to be harder to heal. Anytime I've had problems with people not healing, it's literally been a diet issue. If we're bad on diets, the body's not going to heal well. Let's get that immune system boosted up, work on your good green veggies, work on your good oils, work on your white meats, and it'll do a lot better for you. Otherwise, you like what you heard, give us a little thumbs up. Got family, friends that deal with these sort of issues also, give this video off to them, help them actually get that immune system strong. Otherwise, we will see you tomorrow where we're going to cover hydration. You have yourself a good night, and we'll see you then tomorrow. Bye-bye.